Hey guys, what's going on? It's RogerDeath here. Yes, I missed Monday. This is the first time I've recorded something since the world went to shit. Let's be honest here. So, I kept meaning to get something up, and then I was keeping up with what was going on. I still am to some extent, but less so because it's not as get up and go. So by the way, yes, I was still using this spear or this glaive for a very long time in that other game. I did play a bit of that, but yeah. So where we left off, we just killed the Bale-ass water elemental. Got all this fun stuff, and we were gonna head out from underneath the shield thing. I have my guys in the right order. I do. Alright. I think we talked to somebody. Who did we talk to? Did we talk to Chief Soul? No. Did we talk to Nivea? No. Vargas? No. We just walked up? Ah, that's what it was. Couldn't remember.
Beautiful.
It's been a bit since I played this part. So we will loot all the stuff now. Because it's money. Just sitting on the ground.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
So that was all just prologue. We are officially in Act 1. We are encumbered as fuck because we're carrying so much stuff. Is there a way you can just remove? Actually, I'm gonna check those. Carrying capacity, party only. All. I'm sorry. I know why it's a thing. I hate its guts in a game. It makes sense with the way that the tabletop works. It's dumb as fuck here. So, no. So we're gonna loot everything we can.
Let's see what we can do.
Because we are RPG guys. This part might get a little loud. I suspect in a week or two we're gonna get to a part that the episode's gonna be all one thing. And it will be hell. Because it may take multiple recordings from me. Anybody that has played this game knows what I am talking about. Good old Erebeth. Oh, I want to say this real quick. Because it is actually somewhat relevant. Owlcat Games, the developer for this series, they did both Kingmaker and they've done Wrath of the Righteous. They are a Russian company. Do not threaten or belittle them. They did not choose this war. The reason I bring this up is I'm actually waiting on a bunch of my stuff from the Kickstarter still. The actual physical rewards are what I'm waiting for. And now I have no clue when I'm going to get them. I may never see them. We'll see what's going to end up happening. So that's all I'm gonna say on the war. I love these two. Such a touching little scene.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Half-orc, by the way. They are not normally that much taller. Like, look, it's just she looks so much taller. Because this is a smaller model. It's hilarious. God, every time I play this, I'm like, oh, I want to go back to my campaign, but like, all of a sudden...
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
For the longest time, I always put an L in here, so it was Tirablade, because I paid no attention to things. It's a lot harder when it's all just spoken and not written.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Where'd we end
The
up?
Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
Our objective?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
You can tell there wasn't really a pronunciation guide, because it seems like we get different pronunciations for Canabras, however you want to say it. There's a slightly different pronunciations depending on the person. And yeah, she doesn't have to explain it, because the game does.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
We know one of the heretics' locations.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
Got some new allies since below. This is long.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
Come on, living legend? A walking folktale, maybe? I just need to make sure I don't turn into a running joke.
He's fun. How's the rest of the city holding up?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabras hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
We're gonna go over the Wardstone anyway, but I'm not gonna voice it because it's not something my character would have asked.
The Wardstones are a gift of Iomedae. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Wardstones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
Wardstone wasn't built here. How to get here?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground and hurled it halfway across the city to here. I thought the stone was destroyed, But it seems all is not lost. Yet. Daskari has gone, but the Ward Stone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon. The Ward Stone should have burned his filthy hide.
It should have. But what happened, happened. We don't know why.
So questions for later. We need to finish this now.
That's the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
That stupid locust.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canopus can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Ioma Day! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
Yeah, hang on, sure. There's shares here. I need to make sure they don't have shit on them. They do. Can't get through this door. Can't get through that door. Oh, that means there's a fight up here. Yes. And here we get to some of the tedious fights, because we've got dudes on their side that have to go. And we got allied dudes that have to go. So these fights take a while. The good news is that I believe two of your characters two of these guys straight up cannot be killed. Staunton Vane and Aradoth. The rest I think can. We're gonna come for an angle.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
So we have that angle and Lon doesn't have to move as much next time. But realistically, we're not getting into this fight. Otherwise, this door creates a jam.
Into the fray!
Needs a 2, gets a goddamn 1. Do we know his stats today? We do. He's a level 6 paladin. She's also a level 6 paladin.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
I'll cut you wide
This is
open.
actually the one that's left, which is a little unusual. Normally there's more. Once again, we're gonna... This time we're actually gonna take their spells. Because the spells are always good to have. Okay. 65% chance. I don't like that. Okay.
Here we
Okay,
go.
game.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Why is this...
Open your heart to me.
It's like we're not supposed to be in here yet. So that's interesting. How it glitches like that. It lets you open it, but you can't actually get in to get this in the chest. It's kind of annoying. Here's a long one. Oh, and you're gonna have to deal with the ward stone noise the whole time. So I'm gonna turn down the game volume a bit. So it's not as loud for you guys. And actually, it looked like I may have picked a good time to be doing this. I may have just lost my internet connection. Which is interesting. Given the time.
Here
comes trouble.
Yeah, so there's a lot of dudes in this battle, so I'm going to be doing a lot of not anything. Just waiting for the fight to continue. This side's where the bullshit... I mean, like, it's all just bullshit. At least the difficulty can be a little bit higher here because of the fact that there are indeed a bunch of dudes. So the difficulty gets a little bit less dumb, but...
I got this.
Okay. Anytime you just insta-gib somebody, it's a good sign. I just want to point out, it's got an armor class of 23. Okay? Okay? Okay. She's a 23. 23. Lan's at the worst at 20. Everybody else is 23. Remember this. Oh, and these guys are at... The allies are at something. 17. 16 here. Why is that only a 16? The fuck? Huh. Interesting. What is Erebeth? 20. So I actually have the high... My team's got the highest AC here. Again. Remember this. It's gonna be a big deal in a minute. I want to get rid of the sharpshooter. Because sharpshooters suck. Next. I want to get rid of the other sharpshooter. Okay.
Damn you!
The bite actually is rather useful here.
The spirits demand your blood.
This is going the best I've ever seen this fight go.
You won't survive.
Holy shit! Are you kidding me? This is actually kind of funny. This fight normally sucks ass. And it's not today.
The light take you!
That's not going to stop my guys from not being able to get in range to do things, because they had to move. Now I have to move even more. Oh, I don't want to be looting yet. There's still enemies. Or enemy. I cannot charge. Oh, I know why I think this fight's so bad.
Still here?
You are today's sacrifice.
Endure this!
It's because there's still fighting going on over there. Potions, love to see them. Super important.
I can handle it.
Can't open the door. This is why I thought this fight was so bad. Because I was thinking about how it is over here. Because we didn't have to fight these guys. They got taken out.
Can't make the demons wait.
Oh, okay. So because we were stalling, we never charged so far in. We never had to deal with these guys. So they just got massacred off screen. That's why it's normally so bad. Is you get these wizards here, or just being assholes. Can't get into this door either. Can't get into this one. buildings coming down, no big deal.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Monaco. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
If you guys see this today or on Wednesday, like planned, it is going to be because my provider gets everything reestablished. They're looking at me. It's like I can't even see my time because that's on that monitor. They're looking at almost 6 hours from now. Son, who is this?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
I'm gonna turn the sound back up. That way we don't have the hum.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Garrison fell.
So Dresden is a big-ass fortress.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, no, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
Gets her own custom model. I've actually never really looked at it. It doesn't look bad. The horns are there and everything. That didn't fade away properly. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good representation of the portrait.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
I think Staunton doesn't have a helmet on, which is a little weird considering he's shown the full plate. Also makes his AC kind of questionable, but...
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
I guess we're not killing her.
We can rest after this fight.
Oh crap, these guys. These guys like to use Sunder, which makes them giant dickholes. They also have DR Cold Iron, which adds to how much of a dick they are. Your camera's been offline for... Yeah, I know. We're gonna lie to the angels here. We're gonna bless my dudes. We're going to...
Make every strike count.
Try and do some damage. So because I am playing on not the hardest, or on not, you know, everything is normal, they don't get the full 5 bonus. They get some of it, but not all. Goddamn wizards! See, here they come to Sunder. Yeah, and the problem is that their Sunder rolls, they get a +14. CMDs don't scale near as high as quickly. So this is a little bullshit if you ask me. That they're able to kind of pretty much freely do this, because it screws you up for everybody else. Like if we look at his armor now, he's down to 15 because this armor is being negated right now. The shield isn't, and all the other stuff I have isn't, but it's really bad if you get sundered, which is why I'm like, oh fuck. It's a very, very bad thing to happen. And did it to Sela now, so this is very not good. Now, we've not done a lot of damage to them. They are decently tanky. 31 health, 5 hit die.
Good guys always win.
The good news is that I just do an absolute damage. Yeah, see, there's the problem though, is that now everybody else can hit a little bit.
Go
easier.
for their hearts.
I mean, he just always gets to hit because I fucking hate magic.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah!
It's good when I get to use it, but like, they do a thing that you don't see most DMs doing, and that's focusing on one part of it. It's considered to be horrendous for a DM to do. So the fact that they're doing
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Really bad. I'm pretty sure the only reason they sundered Sela there is because they couldn't sunder me again.
The light, take you.
Only 2 dudes left, so this will be a quick fight. That'll be it for this episode, because the next cutscene, which is coming up right here, is actually decently long. I'm gonna loot everything before we go walking away. I'm not gonna heal up. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna try for this lore religion check, because I don't think I have. I got a 6, so I mean I've got a fairly high chance of making it. I don't remember how I got this anymore. I think this is one of those things I shouldn't have. Along with this, so... yeah, so for now, we're gonna call it here. Just because I don't, like I said, I do know this next section is fairly, this cutscene is longer than a minute or 2. Also, we get this fun noise again. So we're gonna hold off here. I'm gonna record the next one. Who knows what's gonna happen with the uploads, since my ISP has decided to just be awful. But I'll always try and stick to minimum 2 days a week as I can. So if I miss Wednesday or miss Friday, I'm gonna make it up on the best of my capability. Minimum 2, 3 is what I'm gonna try and aim for, just so I can get back into that rhythm of things. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days.